Good morning, everybody. This is Miss G. And this is my emoji for today. Remember we talked about emojis? This is how I feel. Happy Friday, and let's begin. So today we are going to review chapter 6, Equal Rights for Everyone. Okay, this is the last chapter from the packet you guys have, okay, before school closures, okay? We still have more lessons, but this is the last chapter, okay? So I hope you enjoyed all these readings, all these historical readings, and I hope you learned a lot as well. So let's begin, okay? And by the way, let me just show off my attire, you know. This is Disneyland, guys, because today we are going on a field trip at 12 to Disneyland. Of course, a virtual field trip, unfortunately. I wish we can all go to Disneyland. But because of the situation, it can only happen virtually right now. So I am very excited. I don't know about you, but let's begin. Okay, let me share my screen, and he is getting equal rights. Okay, no matter if you're a girl, a boy, if you were unfortunately a slave, you are all free and you all have equal rights. Okay, so that's the most important part. Let's begin our reading. Todd and Reggie have the last clue. I told you it was the last chapter. It says many laws changed after the Civil War. The changes made laws fair for citizens. Okay? These laws after the Civil War made laws fair. Okay, so we were not having a lot of trouble with things not being fair. Okay, they are fair now, finally. The Bill of Rights changed laws, but the country needed more changes. The changes help make things fair for all people. If you see this picture here, it says women's rights. Women were able to vote, finally, okay? After the Civil War, laws were still not fair. Women could not vote. But the 19th Amendment was passed in 1920, and let's circle this date because it's super important. 1920, remember that, 19th Amendment, 1920. This new law gave women the right to vote. Okay, 19th Amendment, women were able to vote. Citizens worked for fair laws for people of every skin color, okay? If you're purple, if you're green, if you're yellow, if you're whatever color you are, you should be treated the same. This was the Civil Rights Act. It says people of every skin color must be treated the same. No one can be treated differently because of their religion. So if you believe in somebody or if you don't believe in somebody, you are still treated fairly, okay? No discrimination. People with disabilities needed equal rights too. A law was made to help make their things fair. This was the Americans with Disabilities Act, okay? This is another law that passed, okay? And this gave equality and fairness to people with disabilities. People with disabilities could ride buses. People could get into buildings more easily. And like I talked to you about this topic during Zoom, before it was hard for somebody that has a wheelchair to go inside a building. because there were stairs. How are you know? It's not that easy to carry a wheelchair into a building if there's no ramp. Okay, so there were ramps. Now we have ramps where you can just go and enter. Same with the bus. The bus has an automatic ramp that goes down. The wheelchair goes up, and then it takes the person up into the bus. Okay, and this is thanks to that act, to that law. These changes are important today. Rights and freedoms are more equal. Men and women can vote, and citizens are protected by the law. People have the right to get around where they live. Okay, so now with this going on, they can go anywhere they like, okay, without worrying about anything. Because this law that passed protects everybody, okay? Everybody. Reggie, Todd, and Audrey are lucky to live in the US. They have many rights. They can stand up for their rights. So when there's something going on, okay, and this is for you guys, because you're my students, you're my children, and something that goes on that you do not like, you have to speak up, okay? You say, I don't like this. Don't do this. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me that way. That was not nice. You speak out. You let the other person know that that was not okay. Okay? So this goes back to, we have the right to do that, okay? And we should embrace that, right? And when something does, you don't like something, you say it, okay? Don't stay quiet, because then nobody knows what's going on. You have to say, you have to speak. When you're not feeling safe, you say, go to an adult and you tell them, you know what, I don't feel safe right now, or that person is making me not feel safe, or whatever the case may be. You have to speak out, okay? And I'm trying to teach you that. You have to be independent. You have to be able to say what you need, okay? I'm trying to teach you self-advocacy skills. So when there's something that you don't like, you say it, okay? So they have many rights. They can stand up for their rights, okay? These are some words that we encountered in the reading. I will circle a few, okay? Women. Women were able to vote finally, okay? Make that a sentence. We have the word fair. Everybody finally has equal rights, and that looks more fair, okay? Skin color. It doesn't matter what color you are, okay? You are treated the same, and you are worth as much as the other person is, because we are all human beings. Okay, and last one, let's do protect here on the bottom. All these rights and laws protect us human beings, all right? And that is it for this. We're gonna move on to our pages, our comprehension questions, okay? And I will move fairly quickly because most of you already have this. If you need to stop the video, pause it, and then write down your answers in case you don't have them. So the question is, what is the title of this chapter? Remember, we have to write in complete sentences. The title of this chapter is Equal Rights for Everyone. All right? And we're going to put this in quotes because it's the title. The title of this chapter is Equal Rights for Everyone. Okay? Next question. What do you think this chapter will be about? Well, like I said, we always read the chapter first because it's only fair. And this chapter, what was this chapter about, guys? It was about rights and acts and laws that pass to make everybody have equal rights. So this is what we're gonna write, okay? we're going to write complete sentence. This chapter is about acts and rights that pass to make sure everyone has equal rights. Okay, and we're gonna put that in this sentence, in this question. This chapter is about acts and rights that pass to make sure everyone has equal rights. To make sure everyone had equal rights, okay? So this chapter is about acts and rights that passed, past tense, to make sure everyone had equal rights, okay? That's the answer for that one. And the next question is, this is a chapter book. What kind of chapter book is this, okay? And this chapter book is non-fiction. Why? Because it is real. It is not fake. Remember, fiction is fake. Fiction, for example, books about movies like Disney movies, like the Minions or Frozen, those are books that are fiction, okay? They're there to entertain you, but it's not real, okay? You're not gonna see a little minion walking by, you know? Even though I have a surprise for you in a bit. Anyways, clear this up and we're gonna move on to the last 3 questions, okay? It says, what is this chapter topic, okay? What is the topic of this chapter, guys? It is social studies. It is history. I teach history and English, okay? So it is about social studies, okay? The last one, compare this book to a chapter book that has been read recently. We had one of our students talk about a book they read. I think it was a movie, actually. You can write, if you wrote that when we were doing it through Zoom, that's fine. I'm gonna do, just compare this book to the previous chapter, okay? So we're gonna say, remember we talked about comparing, okay? How are they similar? Both chapter books talk about equality and rights, okay? We're talking about chapter 5 and chapter 6, okay? So this is what we're talking about. They both talk about equality and rights. That is how they are the same, okay? So anything along these lines, like I said, you can, if you wrote whatever we were talking about during Zoom, that's fine too. I'm just giving you a different option. What kind of book would you choose? Once again, this is just your personal opinion. What is what you like? I always pick picture books. I love pictures. But I also like to read newspapers sometimes when I want to know what is going on in the world and specific facts about, for example, what's going on now, you know, COVID-19 and, you know, how is it getting better and when are we going to be able to live a normal life again and, you know, all that good stuff, okay? So it's just your opinion. So I'm going to clear that up and we're going to move on to the next page that we worked on during Zoom and that you guys have to complete for credit, okay? And let's begin the questions, okay? What is this chapter about? Number 1, this chapter is about changes. Whoa, that was not okay. I'm sorry. Changes, all right? Number 2, what right did a new law give women, okay? What rights? The right to vote, okay? How must people of every skin color be treated? That same, guys. Everybody should be treated the same because we are all human beings, all right? I'll count to 10 and I'll move on. Okay, let's move on. to 4 and 5. And it's asking you, oops, what did people with disabilities need? They needed equal rights. Remember, everybody needs equal rights. Number 5, what is important to know about this chapter? The changes help make things fair for all people. So finally, we can say all people are now treated fairly. Okay, so those are the answers. Make sure you write them down. I'm going to move on. Okay, it's very similar except this one has pictures. Number 1, what is this chapter about? Changes. Number 2, what right did a new law give women? The right to vote. We were not talking about cooking or cleaning. Make sure that when we're reading during Zoom, you are paying attention because that is part of your grade, okay? So we're talking about voting, okay? Number 3, how must people of every skin color be treated? The same. You see 2 red squares, they are equal, they are the same. Okay. And then we have number 4. What did people with disabilities need? They needed equal rights, okay? Equal rights. Number 5, what is important to know about this chapter? The answer is B, guys. The changes help make things fair for all people, all right? I'm gonna give you a minute to finish up while I gather the next page that we're gonna do. This is chapter 6. Now we're going to do the little life skills activity that we have. We have 2 activities. Okay, and I will show you after this. So we're going to clear this up, okay? And we're going to begin the activity about favorites, okay? I want to know, what is your favorite, okay? We talked about what does favorite mean. Favorite is something you like, okay? If you don't like it, it is not your favorite, okay? So let's begin. The answers might look different. This is based on me, on Miss G, okay? So we have, what is your favorite subject? So we're talking about school, okay? So when I was in school, what was my favorite subject? My favorite subject was math. I really liked math, okay? And then the next question, the next category is asking you, what is your favorite school group, okay? From these groups, I had different groups at my school, but for purposes of the paper that we have in front of us, I would do the art club, okay? Even though I'm not the best at drawing, I still wanted to learn, you know, so I did take some art classes actually. What is your favorite way to spend free time at school? And I would pick computer because I don't have free time at school. I'm always busy, so I'm always on the computer. So that is why I pick computer. Let's move on. What is your favorite lunch served at the cafeteria? I would say soup and salad. Salad is very good for you. And I would say spaghetti too. I'm a big fan of Italian food. So I like pasta, okay, pizza, but I would pick those 2 for now. And what is your favorite school sport? Definitely soccer. And I have told you about me playing soccer a long time ago. I played in school for many years and out of school. Maybe one day I can share my pictures with you guys. So yes, I played forward and I was trying to score a lot of goals. Let's say that. I was supposed to score goals. I did score a few, but you know, I was not the best. But hey, I did play soccer. So soccer is a really cool sport, but we also have other sports. You might like basketball, volleyball, tennis, football, and it's okay. Okay, they're all good sports. They help you with being fit, okay? They help you exercise. You know, it's fun. It's fun to run, it's fun to play, so any sport is good. Now we're gonna talk about communicating to other people. I have a friend with me today, okay? I will present him to you. And I'm gonna play a little communication game with him, okay? He's gonna be my friend that I just met, okay? And we're gonna have a conversation based on this script that we have here, okay? That way you can understand what you are gonna ask and what is what you're gonna tell that person, okay? So let's begin. So we have my name is, okay? What is my name? My name is Miss G. However, you are gonna write your name, okay? So hey, let me show you my friend, okay? So, my friend is Mr. M, okay? I don't know if you guys have ever met him, but I figured I would bring him over because later on, we are going to Disneyland, so I thought maybe I could take him with me. Let me see if you can see him better. Mr. M, you can't see. Well, I think I'm just gonna, hold him because I want to make sure you guys can see our communication, okay? And yeah, maybe somebody might say this is kind of childish or whatnot. I love teddy bears, and I love all these little things that you buy at Universal Studios and Disneyland, and I love them. They're like soft, and I just love them. So even though I'm a little older, I still love them. So anyway, so I figured we were gonna play this game with Mr. M. Okay, first he's gonna say hi to all of you. Hi everybody, how are you? Say hi to all my students. Hi. All right, guys. So make sure you guys are paying attention to see how we communicate. Okay. Let's begin. So we have my favorite subject in school is. Okay. What is my favorite subject? We said it was math. So I'm gonna write math. Okay, in a period. Okay. So I'm gonna tell my friend Mr. M. Hi, Mr. M. How are you? My name is Miss G. He's gonna tell me, hi, Miss G. My name is Mr. M. Okay. My favorite subject in school is math. I really love numbers. And then you're gonna ask him the next question. Let me underline it for you. That way you can see what you're gonna ask your friend. And you're gonna ask him, what is your favorite subject in school? Okay. What is your favorite subject in school? Interesting. He said English. That's high five to that, Mr. M. High five. All right. So we're going to continue, okay? We're going to continue with our conversation, okay? So we're going to move on. And then we have my favorite school group is, okay? And I really think that, like I said, in school, I liked art a lot. So I'm going to say art / garden. Because if I have had a garden when I was in school, I would have loved it, okay? You guys are very lucky you guys have a garden. So I'm gonna say art. Sorry, I'm a little slower now because I have Mr. M here next to me. Art and garden. There we go, make sure you put a period, okay? So now the thing is, you're gonna tell your friend, in this case, Mr. M, you're gonna ask him the question, okay? This question that I'm gonna underline right here, okay? Follow along. So I'm gonna tell him, my favorite school group is arts and garden. And then I'm gonna ask him, what is your favorite school group, okay? And he said that, what is what you like? He said that he likes the technology group, okay? High five to that, Mr. M. High five to that. So you see, I am starting to know Mr. M, okay? And he is starting to know me. We're becoming friends, okay? The only way to know somebody is to ask them questions, okay? If you don't ask them questions, then you don't know exactly what's going on, right? So by me asking Mr. M questions and he asking me questions, it works out well, okay? Let me clear this up and move on to the bottom questions. We're almost done, guys. Okay, so the next question is, my favorite lunch served in the cafeteria is, okay? And I told you guys I like spaghetti, okay? So we're gonna write spaghetti. You are gonna write your own, okay? Doesn't have to be the same as mine, okay? So my favorite lunch served in the cafeteria is spaghetti. You are going to ask your friend, what is your favorite lunch served in the cafeteria? So watch. Hi. So my favorite lunch served in the cafeteria is spaghetti. What is your favorite lunch served in the cafeteria? And then you wait for his response, okay? Oh, he likes hamburgers. Of course you do. So he likes hamburgers, okay? I like hamburgers too, but I prefer spaghetti. But hey, you know, we're becoming friends because we got things that we have similar, which means that we can connect more because you like hamburgers and I like spaghetti and I like hamburgers too. So we can talk about the things that we have in common, okay? So then you start the conversation and you continue, you can talk forever, right? Right, Mr. M? Say hi to my friends. Hi, class. Room 113. All right, let's continue. My favorite school sport is, okay, like I said, my favorite school sport is soccer. So I'm gonna write soccer here. Okay, then I'm gonna ask Mr. M, okay? So you see how there's a pattern? My favorite sport is soccer. How about your favorite sport, okay? He's thinking. Really, he likes basketball. So hey, you know, we can play basketball too, you know? So then at the end, when you finish the conversation, this is a very important last comment that you can say. I can tell Mr. M, okay? Do you want to sit here? Sorry. I can tell him it was nice to talk to you, okay? It's always nice to finish up with something positive, okay? It was nice to talk to you. It was great knowing you. I hope you have an awesome day. Because, hey, we are. Because where are we going? Disneyland. I don't know. You want to join? Maybe we can see you at 12 again. He said he was going to think about it, okay? So say bye to my friends. All right, Mr. M. So that was that, okay? He's out and about now. So let's continue. Anyway, so that's how we have a conversation with a stranger or somebody in your class. Yes, I know they say, you know, don't talk to strangers. Yes, I mean, by stranger, I mean somebody you don't know. So if you're in class, you know, you're going to school. Well, we're going back, hopefully, in August. You're going to have new friends. There's going to be people that you don't know that will be strangers to you. And when you get to know them, you know, you might have things in common, like me and Mr. M, okay? So you guys might get new friends during school and things like that, okay? And then they won't be strangers anymore. All right, so let me clear this up, okay? And move on. We have one more page to go. And this page, we talked about it. We've been visiting all of our high frequency words. Let me just go over them a little, just quickly. We have the word fair, okay? We have the word equal, citizen, choose, rule, vote, choose, citizen. These are the high frequency words that are related to this story. I know you have different words, but the ones that were related to the story were these. So we can just go over these. These were the words found in the story. Citizen, rights, okay? And now we are going to talk about your high frequency words that you have now. And we are going to pick one word, okay? And I'm just gonna do the same word that we picked yesterday together, just because if some people didn't have time to write the information, they will now. So, so the title of this is Making Meaning with Words. When we talk about words, we gotta know what we're talking about. We sometimes we know a word, but we don't know what it means. Okay, so it might be a little hard for us to understand it. So in this case, we picked the word in class. Okay, and most of you picked the word she. Okay, I'm gonna write it right here. She. Okay, that is a word that we picked together. What is she? Is she a verb? Is it an action word? Is it like running, jumping, eating? No. Is it describing a word? Is it like an adjective, like beautiful, slow, fast? No, right? This is a person, place, or thing, okay? She is somebody, right? So it's a person, okay? And in this case, it's a girl, okay? We're gonna add a picture, okay, of a girl, because if we make she a sentence, we can say she is a beautiful girl. So in that case, we're talking about a girl, right? So I'm gonna have her with long hair, okay? And then I'm gonna make her some little eyes there. There we go. I hope that looks like a girl. There we go. Okay, what is the definition, okay? So the word she, I need you to make a complete sentence, okay? Because we're working on that. The word she is a pronoun. Remember we talked about pronoun, okay? A pronoun is a word such as she, he, him, the, boy, girl, you know, it's usually a noun. It is referring to somebody, okay? The word she is a pronoun and refers to a woman or a girl, okay? So I'm gonna make it as simple as possible, all right? So the word she is a pronoun and refers to a woman or a girl, okay? So when you talk about she is beautiful, we're talking about a girl, okay? So I'll leave it for 10 seconds, okay? I'm gonna delete it now and move on. And then we're gonna write a sentence with it, okay? So what, write or tell a sentence, okay? So we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about she is a beautiful girl with long hair, all right? She's a beautiful girl with long hair. So that's the sentence, okay? And then here it says words in groups. For example, cars and trucks are both vehicles. So remember we talked about comparing and contrasting, okay? So here we're gonna talk about she, which means a girl, which is a pronoun. And we're gonna use the other word, her, okay? Her and she are both talking about a girl. So we're gonna say are both words that refer to a girl. Again, this can be a different, it doesn't have to have the same answer. You can do something else. You can pick different words, okay? That mean the same thing. So we're talking about the word that we picked, which is she and her, okay? They both refer to a girl, okay? And then it says words that are about the same in meaning, for example, truck and semi, okay? Those mean the same thing, okay? So we can say something like, what are the two things that mean the same thing? Okay, let me give you an example. Maybe we can say something like, I want to make it simple and easy for you guys, okay? So we can say, same meaning, we can say, if we use again the word she, okay? She, okay? What is the same meaning that we have here, okay? We go back to the top one, okay? We can say she is the same as her, okay? She is the same as girl. She is the same as woman, okay? She is the same as mom, okay? They're all women, right? So when you say she is beautiful, okay, you can say the girl is beautiful. The women is beautiful. The woman is beautiful. The mom is beautiful, okay? We are referring to the same person. It has the same meaning, okay? The word she, which means girl, the word her, girl, women, woman, and mom, okay? So that was it for today, okay? Like I said, this may look different. You can do it different. I think during Zoom I did a little different, but it's still, you know, you can still either do the one on Zoom, do this one, whatever. If you didn't have time to do the one in Zoom, you can just do this one, okay? So that was it for today. Thank you again for watching, okay? This is Miss G. I hope you learned a lot with me, and I will see you later on at 12 for our virtual field trip. Bye.